Hello, everyone. RainBoy 107 here. And today, I'll be admitting most of my wrongdoings, past mistakes and unexpected actions I've made. So, let's get this started. Okay. So where do I begin? Back in November 2019, I went after Diego just because he made bad videos and commentaries out of Tucsones, Vedran Frigate, Selena and Angadafa. Even though I nowadays hate Tucsones, Vedran Frigate and Angadafa and I don't care for Selena. I was so ticked off when he made those stuff which preceded me into going against him, making a rant video out of him and a cringe compilation out of him. And after I published the cringe compilation out of him, me along with Tucsones, Diego and Taylor Leslie were all having a huge fight against each other, which brought me into unexpectedly saying to him that I would record him having sex. The fact that I said to Diego that I would record him having sex was completely unexpected, and I honestly didn't mean to say that to him. And I was 17 and Diego was 13, soon to be 14 at the time I said that. I should have thought twice before saying that to Diego. And now my other past mistake. Back throughout May 2019 to February 2020, I used to take trolls and UTTPTHDTC users way to the extreme. But out of all the trolls, the one who I used to take way to the extreme the most is Dr. Manhole, even though he's already a dead topic to this community. Back throughout October 2019, I made a raping video out of him, a video where I was furious at him for making a rant video out of the Powerpuff Girls, which is bashing, even though I don't care for that show nowadays, and a video where I grounded him for saying no Powerpuff Girls. I was just so ticked off at Dr. Manhole back then, and I shouldn't have proceeded into making those videos out of him. And now my next past mistake. I used to defend Tucsones a lot back in the past and treated him as a god and my brother just because we were both born on the same month and year. And I got into so much drama with him just to help him around as I can. I also got involved in the Taylor Leslie drama back throughout November 2020 because of him. And back in March 2020, I made a NSFW picture out of Diego and B just because I was really ticked off at them for confronting me and trolling me, forcing me to hate Go Animate and saying the N-word to me when I'm black. I was 17, soon to be 18, and Diego and B were both 14 at the time. It was completely unexpected of me to make that NSFW picture out of them, and I should have thought twice before even deciding to make that picture out of them. And back in May 2020, I made a false accuse of African Vulture, lied about her gender just because of her real-life face and voice. I didn't mean to falsely accuse of lying about her gender, and I was describing and expressing my honest thoughts about her this whole time. And African Vulture, if you are watching this, you really need to understand that the fact of me lying about your gender was a complete mistake, and I'm once again sorry for making that false accusation. And please take time of what I have done to you back then also. And back on April 20th, 2021, I called Soda Drinker's real-life voice cute as a compliment, and I made him feel uncomfortable over it. I honestly didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable, and I was just being friendly to him when I said that. And in case if you didn't realize, the fact that I said that, I hope I'm not being perverted to him for saying that was when I actually meant I never was perverted to him to begin with when I said that. And Soda Drinkers, if you are watching this, I'm once again sorry for making you feel uncomfortable when I said that to you back then. And back throughout December 2020 to August 2021, I was acting sexual towards King Halo just because he had a sexual interest in boys. I was only asking him to do a sexual roleplay with him just to see how he reacts, when I should know that asking someone for having a sexual roleplay without their consent is considered sexual harassment, which is a crime. Because King Halo sometimes say sexual stuff, it made my chest feel warm, and I got into the point where I asked him if we can have sex, which is an absolute wrong thing to do, and I made King Halo exposed my actions towards him to the public. And I also asked him if he can reveal his real-life voice in a voice call in the Go Animate City Discord server back in late April 2021, when I should know that not everyone on the internet wants to reveal their real-life voice and wants to keep it private. And when King Halo began acting sexual towards me back in late July 2021, it made my body feel extremely hot and gave me a boner, which proves that I had a sexual interest at him, which is once again sexual harassment since King Halo and I didn't have each other's consent into doing those types of things together. And I nowadays regret being sexual towards King Halo and I already moved on from him also. And keep in mind that King Halo and I were 2 years apart of age, so it's not pedophilia, even though that was still a wrong thing for me to do. And King Halo, if you were watching this, I'm really sorry for sexually harassing you and I thought that you were asking for sex back in the Go Animate City Discord server, when after all this time you were saying those things as a joke. And I should have knew that it was a joke of you to say those things. And back throughout late April to May 2021, I had an obsession of shipping GoTube and Gottest as a couple as a joke when they were both 15 at the time. I enjoyed the ship so much that I didn't know it was pedophilia and have also proceeded into making a picture of GoTube and Gottest kissing each other in the lips. And Cat Ellen, who is GoTube's brother, made things even worse for me by manipulating people that I made a picture of Gottest giving a BJ on GoTube when it was Cat Ellen who made that picture. Seeing that manipulation had made me feel so ticked off at Cat Ellen for doing that. And GoTube and Gottest, if you were watching this, I'm really sorry for not taking your advice of me to tow that ship down as that it was pedophilia of me to do as that I'm 19 years old. And I nowadays regret making that ship out of you two also and have moved on from it. And now my next past mistake, back throughout September 2019 to March 2020, I used to take Susan Wojcicki, who is the CEO of YouTube, way too seriously and always blamed her for any of the bad stuff she caused onto YouTube. Back in October 2019, I made a video of me editing her face and cutting her head off, made a video of me, Matthew Dar Epic Blue Animator 2006 and Cat Neon Party City 8625 grounding her, which is cyberbullying as that she's a real life person, and blamed her for terminating some users such as PaperLuigi99, even though I don't care for PaperLuigi99 nowadays. And I also had sent my fanbase to attack her and take her way too seriously. But I already ignored and moved on from her as of late March 2020. And back throughout May 2020, me and Rak were having a huge argument over if Comedy World was illegal and pirating or not, when after all this time, he wanted me to take a break from me using Comedy World until there was a safe program for me and everyone else to use. And I should have took his advice instead of thinking that he was forcing me to not use Comedy World anymore. And back throughout May to August 2021, I was furious and ticked off at Adrian the Duck Warrior for making an awful life series out of me and forced him to stop making that series as that it's cyberbullying as that I'm a real life person, and also threatened him that I would give him false copyright strikes if he doesn't stop making that series. I should have ignored Adrian instead of forcing him to stop making that awful life series out of me, even though I find that series absolute trash to look at. But at least as of August 2021, he stopped making that series out of me and has already moved on from it. Anyways, that's the most of my wrongdoings, past mistakes and unexpected stuff I made. And I might make another video telling more about my wrongdoings from the past. And Rizo2612 Studios, which is one of my real life friends, if you are watching this, thank you for helping me with my social media life and for always believing my side of the story as well. I really need to get physical help in real life at this point, since that this community is affecting my mental health and anger issues a lot. So anyways, this is me, over and out. See you in the next video. Goodbye.